Hey everybody, welcome to the last day of 2017. We are almost to the new year. 2018 is on its way, and I need to tell you that there are so many possibilities ahead for us. I know for myself, I have a lot of really big goals, things that I want to accomplish that I now believe that I can accomplish. There was a time that I thought I couldn't accomplish um, ideas of health and fitness goals, ideas of a future with financial security and independence. There was a time where I felt like I was going to be in the struggle, the fight for my entire life, and I was waiting for some kind of a breakthrough. And I'm so thankful to have learned that my breakthrough happens every single day. And it happens in the choices that I make and the actions that I take every single day. And the biggest thing that has held me back from being able to experience my own breakthrough has been personal fear. I never really thought of myself as a fearful person on most matters. However, once I began this journey of making myself, compelling myself to face my personal fears and to take on the things that were going to scare me as I saw them. And I became more aware of the things that were holding me back. I gained a whole nother level of an understanding of who I've been and why I've allowed myself to be the person that had gotten me in a place where I was losing my health, losing my confidence, losing the belief that life was going to be good and be better. I was fighting every single day with discouragement. There would be moments of breaks in the discouragement. There would be moments of hope that things might be better just for the moment if I could escape the things that were holding me back. But I never really saw myself getting past the things that were holding me back, being released or freed from those things. I couldn't even identify what those were. And it's because I had so many walls of self protection, so many barriers of things that I had told myself that could make myself feel better about the way that I felt, how it was other people's faults that I was in the state that I was, how there were things that were different from me and that I was not able to obtain the better, higher quality things of life because I was undeserving and somebody else maybe was either more deserving or perhaps more scrupulous and got things in a way that I wasn't going to compromise myself on. And I didn't know how to get to a point to be where I wanted to be, to overcome the obstacles that I had had. Now, I need to tell you that I come from a life filled with obstacles. I was a very difficult teenager for my poor mother. God bless her. I was filled with a lot of heartache and a lot of disappointment and frustration and rage through many years of my life because I felt like I had so much to be fearful of. I felt like I was not in a place of favor, believe it or not, that I had to fight for everything that I was going to get and that was going to be very limited. I did not have a strong faith in the fact that I was created with abundant abilities, that I was designed with a future in mind to be a blessing to others and to receive blessing. I had to have a total mindset shift. And I've done that over the course of the last 3 years through a lot of digging down deep in personal development and surrounding myself consciously with people who are working to do better for themselves and to wish for more and to see life as bigger and more grand than I had ever imagined. I had a faith in God for probably the last 20 years, where I knew that there was a God who loved me, who saved me, who had delivered me from some very difficult things, and that if I set my life in the right direction, that I would be provided for. And I believed that with all of my heart. But I was still filled with so much shame, trying to still win other people's approval, trying to see if I fit in or test where I belonged and what I was able to receive. And I truly didn't believe that the world was made in an image of God, and that when I walk in the identity of who I am in God, that I am saved and redeemed because He loves me and I'm of greatest value to Him, and that He did that so that He could give me a beautiful life, not just here but forever. These things became part of my understanding of who I was. And once I realized that I wasn't living the actions that based that belief in some kind of truth, that I was not loving myself the way that God had wanted me to love myself. And I wasn't able to love others because I was so guarded and so self-preserved. I was protecting myself from hurt or disappointment or loss. I did not fully appreciate how much I was depriving myself of the blessings that were in store for me. So it's funny, on the last 3 years, or within the last 3 years, I've been on this fitness and nutrition journey, and I've worked very hard to transform my physical health as well as my emotional and spiritual health. And I've had a lot of people kind of comment to me about how they, that's my kitty, sorry, about how they would not want to deprive themselves of the things that they felt like were their normal lifestyle. Things like unhealthy foods or things like leisure living, and that exercise and commitment and self-discipline and strict meal plans and lifestyle settings and schedules and calendars and all of those kinds of things would somehow hold them back from receiving the things that they were enjoying in their life here and now. And I used to think that. And it's so amazing to me that I was completely clueless. I had no idea what I was really depriving myself of when I chose to not exercise every day, when I chose to follow the belief that I was not capable of being healthy and fit and athletic, that it wasn't for me, that I would have to scratch and claw my way to being able to have some kind of balance in my life and survive in the struggle, in the rat race every single day. And that adding workouts and nutrition plans and meal focused preparations would somehow be an additional burden on me. And then the idea that coaching other people would somehow become a further limit on my time, that I had already been so exhausted and so tired all the time. I couldn't possibly add one more thing. But the crazy, amazing thing about this journey is that I've learned that when I have added those things, they've empowered me and energized me. I have become more capable of doing amazing things with my time. I've become stronger in my physical ability. So exercise doesn't take as much out of me and gives me so much more in return. And I have so much more time in my day because I start my day with energy and vitality. And I am able to end my day feeling so good about what I've done. I am able to serve other people better. I'm able to work with people and support them in their journey because it empowers and energizes me in my journey. And me sharing winds up pouring back into me tenfold. So I know that when I've shared with people about this opportunity to bring on a new fitness program, to take on the practice of supporting and coaching other people, to make this a lifestyle, that I've met face to face those same misunderstandings and beliefs, false beliefs that I once held. And I just want to stand on top of a rooftop and shout out to everybody about what kind of amazing opportunity it is to change your life for the better. Now, it was about 3 years ago, this time, when I realized I had to make some major changes, and I didn't know what those changes would be. I had my second daughter, and I was in my early to mid, going on mid 30s, and I put on quite a bit of weight postpartum, where my second daughter was actually 2, almost 3 years old. So I don't think I can call it postpartum anymore at that point, but it was still in my mind my baby weight, and that I still couldn't get it off because my habits had gotten so bad, and my lifestyle was so stressed out all the time. And stress makes us gain more weight. And I said I needed to do something different. And I'd grown up in a lifestyle of processed foods and diet fads. And my whole life I've struggled with weight, and I've been on the yo-yo diets. And there have been times where I've been healthier and more physically fit than others, but they've been short-lived seasons because it wasn't my lifestyle and my identity. It was me just fighting against my gaining weight, my weight gain habits, my body's natural tendencies to get fatter and bigger and heavier and unhealthier. And I didn't realize that it's natural only because of what I was putting in my body and what I was doing to it. Natural just means the response that our bodies have when we put in something from nature. When we take something from our environment and we add it into ourselves, our body's responses become the natural responses. So when I'm putting poisons in my body, it was natural for my body to be unhealthy. When I wasn't feeding myself the right nutrition, it was natural for my body to crave nutrition. The idea that I needed to cut out the poisons first and eliminate processed foods was such an amazing revelation to me. And then the knowledge that I had access to real nutrition and how I could obtain that nutrition was such a freeing opportunity for me. And I will never forget the day that I had reached out to my friend who had been encouraging me on this clean eating journey that I had gone on, and starting to walk and try to run a little bit and set some personal goals for myself. And she just encouraged me all the way. And I said, could this Beachbody 21-day fix Shakeology thing possibly work for me? And she said, of course it could. And I didn't really know if I could believe her, honestly, except I knew she was a trustworthy person and I knew it worked for her. I personally had so many doubts about my own abilities to change. I knew I could commit to it. I just didn't know if it was going to work. And I decided at that point that I was going to make it my experiment to try it. And it was a lot of money at that time, especially because I felt like I couldn't possibly take more resources from my family and spend it on myself, that would be selfish. And so I had asked my husband, I said, would you mind if I tried this Shakeology thing and this workout thing that she's doing? I think it might work, but I don't know, and it's a lot of money. And he said to me, if it's going to motivate you and it's going to keep you focused, you should do it. And that was such a revelation to me also, because I didn't realize how much my unhealthy lifestyle was affecting him and our relationship. And he really was so supportive at that point, because he knew, he had enough wisdom to know that if I got healthy, we would be better. So I decided to try it, and I jumped out on a leap of faith. Not too big of a leap of faith, because I did understand that I could return it within 30 days if I didn't like it. And I decided I was going to try. And I made myself commit, because I started with the 21-day fix program, that I was going to do this for 21 days. And if I didn't see results in 21 days, then I knew it wasn't going to work. But I was going to give it 100% of my effort, and I was going to make sure that I gave it a real go. So for 21 days, I committed to those daily workouts, and I committed to following the meal plans and using the colored portion containers, and I committed to drinking Shakeology for 21 days. And can you believe it? I dropped 2 pant sizes within that first month. The weight just fell off, and I had been struggling with it for so long. And I was really feeling so much better inside about how I was feeding myself, fueling myself. I felt better emotionally about how I was taking care of myself, but I also felt better physically and mentally. I was able to focus better. I was able to get more accomplished in my day and to stay determined on what I was doing. And I really had this whole elevation of confidence on top of feeling better physically and emotionally. My relationships got better. My husband started to encourage me more and more. He started to work out a little bit with me. Now he works out with me all of the time. Now he drinks Shakeology with me every day. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, drinks Shakeology with me every day. And my little one drinks Daily Sunshine now every day, because I really know that feeding us, my whole family, real nutrition is in our best interest. So when I started this whole journey, I had no idea that I would be here 3 years later saying it not only worked, but it still works. Never in my entire life have I made a commitment to a fitness program and to a lifestyle change and to nutrition, and actually continued not just to meet my goal, but to way exceed what I ever imagined. I just wanted at that point to lose my belly and to be able to do some of those plank exercises that I saw my friends now on Facebook and in these challenge groups doing. And I wanted to be able to get through a whole 21 days without feeling like I was going to die. And I wanted to get stronger. And when I saw from week 1 to week 2 that it didn't hurt as bad, and by week 3 I was actually pretty good at it, and then I moved to the next program and the next program, and I continued to get stronger, and I found muscle definition, and I found new strength, and I set bigger goals to the point that I was able to continue to grow and believe in this hope of so much more. Now I'm getting ready to start the 80-Day Obsession Test Group. I get to join other coaches throughout the United States and Canada and the UK, and we are going to actually work with Autumn herself, who is the creator of the 21-Day Fix, on her newest program, 80-Day Obsession. And I can't wait to see the results of this amazing program, but I also can't wait to share those results with you, because I want you to believe that this does work. I want you to see that it works because I want you to begin to find the hope that I found also. So if you are at a place where I was when I started and you thought, I just don't know if I can do it, yes, you can. You really can. And you can be an example to those that you love. Join me. I would love to be able to help you get started on our team with our goals. I would love to be able to help you start reaching out to other people and inspiring them and paying it forward. I would love to be able to share with you my eating plans and the nutrition that we have in Shakeology and the amazing workout programs and all of the different things that can help to transform your life as well. And if you're already to a point where you're physically fit and strong and you want to join us in this 80-day obsession and you're looking to lose 20 pounds, and this program is just coming out now, so the energy is so high and the optimism behind it is just so powerful because we know what it's already done for the people that have gone through this program just before us. We would love to be able to bring you on board to do the 80-day obsession with us. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, please let me know because I want to share it with you. All right, that's enough for today. I'm going to go ahead and jump off, and I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful 2018. I pray that you will make this the opportunity of a lifetime, that you will embrace the goals and the resolutions that you want to set for yourself for 2018, and that you will begin to see yourself as the greatest possible you that you can be. All right. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my life, for coming on here and for encouraging me on and for letting me encourage you. Have a blessed new year.